This right here is going to determine either fighters are going to fight right now and get to it.
It's because they're putting woke ideology.
This is not even a conspiracy at this point. You know, at the end of the day, all these things can be traced.
I knew he was gonna come back. I even told him, you'll be back.
Ryan Garcia, the charismatic and talented professional boxer, has recently become a central figure in a heated cultural debate, not for his prowess in the ring, but for his vocal stance against what he perceives as the detrimental impact of woke culture on Hollywood. This incident has sparked widespread discussion across various media platforms and among industry insiders, making Garcia a polarizing figure in the contemporary cultural landscape. This detailed analysis will explore the background, implications, and reactions surrounding Garcia's outspoken criticism of woke culture and its influence on Hollywood, delving into the complexities of this multifaceted issue. Before we start, smash the like and subscribe buttons for more updates. Garcia, known for his quick hands and flashy style in the boxing world, took to social media to express his frustrations with what he sees as the overreach of woke culture. His comments were direct and unfiltered, accusing Hollywood of succumbing to a politically correct agenda that, according to him, stifles creativity and promotes a homogenized form of entertainment. Garcia's primary argument revolves around the idea that woke culture enforces a rigid set of ideological standards that creators must adhere to, thereby limiting artistic freedom and self-expression. The backlash against Garcia's comments was swift and intense. Many critics argue that his statements are out of touch and dismissive of the genuine efforts to create a more inclusive and equitable industry. They contend that woke culture, while not without its flaws, has been instrumental in bringing attention to issues of representation and diversity that have long been neglected by Hollywood. From their perspective, Garcia's critique appears to undermine these positive changes, portraying him as an opponent of progress. Despite the criticism, Garcia has also garnered significant support from those who share his concerns about the impact of woke culture on Hollywood. These supporters echo Garcia's sentiments, arguing that the entertainment industry has become too focused on social justice issues at the expense of storytelling and character development. They believe that this shift has resulted in a decline in the quality of films and television shows, as creators are more concerned with meeting ideological benchmarks than with crafting compelling narratives. Garcia's comments have also sparked a broader conversation about the role of celebrities in cultural and political discourse. Some view his willingness to speak out on controversial issues as a refreshing departure from the often sanitized and scripted nature of celebrity commentary. They argue that celebrities, given their large platforms, have a responsibility to engage with important societal debates, even if it means courting controversy. Others, however, believe that Garcia's comments are a prime example of why celebrities should stick to their areas of expertise and avoid wading into complex and divisive issues. The reactions from within the entertainment industry have been particularly revealing. Some Hollywood insiders have publicly supported Garcia, agreeing that the industry's focus on social justice issues has sometimes led to a neglect of artistic quality. They point to recent films and television shows that, in their view, prioritize messaging over storytelling, resulting in works that feel preachy and formulaic. These insiders argue that a balance needs to be struck between promoting diversity and maintaining artistic integrity, and they see Garcia's comments as a catalyst for this much-needed conversation. Conversely, many in Hollywood have condemned Garcia's remarks, viewing them as an attack on efforts to make the industry more inclusive. These critics highlight the strides that have been made in recent years to increase representation both on screen and behind the scenes, and they argue that these efforts are essential for creating a more equitable and reflective industry. They contend that Garcia's comments are not only dismissive of these achievements, but also risk alienating marginalized groups who have fought hard for their voices to be heard. The debate over woke culture in Hollywood is not new, but Garcia's comments have brought it to the forefront of public consciousness in a particularly dramatic way. His critique taps into a broader cultural divide, with one side viewing woke culture as a necessary corrective to systemic injustices, and the other seeing it as an overbearing force that threatens artistic freedom and individual expression. This divide is reflective of larger societal tensions, as debates over issues such as cancel culture, free speech, and political correctness continue to rage. In examining the specifics of Garcia's critique, It is clear that his primary concern lies with what he perceives as the stifling effect of woke culture on creativity. He argues that the fear of offending or alienating certain groups has led to a climate of self-censorship, where creators are reluctant to take risks or tackle controversial subjects. This, in his view, has resulted in a homogenization of content, with films and television shows increasingly adhering to a predictable and sanitized formula. Garcia's supporters echo this sentiment, pointing to examples of projects that they believe have been compromised by the demands of woke culture. They argue that the need to include diverse characters and perspectives can sometimes feel forced and tokenistic, rather than organic and integral to the story. This, they contend, not only undermines the quality of the work, but also does a disservice to the very groups that these efforts are meant to uplift, as it can result in superficial and one-dimensional portrayals. On the other hand, proponents of woke culture argue that the emphasis on diversity and inclusion is not about meeting quotas or adhering to an ideological checklist, but about creating a more accurate and representative depiction of the world. They highlight the importance of giving a platform to voices that have historically been marginalized and argue that this leads to richer and more varied storytelling. From their perspective, the changes brought about by woke culture are not a threat to artistic freedom, but an expansion of it, allowing for a wider range of experiences and perspectives to be explored. The reactions to Garcia's comments also underscore the deep divisions within the entertainment industry itself. For some, his critique resonates as a necessary call for a reassessment of priorities, while for others, it is seen as a regressive and harmful attack on progress. This split is indicative of the broader cultural debates that are currently shaping society as issues of representation, identity, and free speech continue to be hotly contested. In the midst of this controversy, it is important to consider the impact of Garcia's comments on his own career. As a boxer, his primary focus is on his performance in the ring, and it remains to be seen how this foray into cultural commentary will affect his public image and relationships within the industry. Some may admire his willingness to speak his mind, while others may view it as a distraction from his athletic pursuits. Furthermore, Garcia's stance raises questions about the role of athletes and celebrities in shaping cultural and political discourse. In an era where social media has given public figures unprecedented reach and influence, the boundaries between their professional and personal lives have become increasingly blurred. This has led to a situation where athletes and entertainers are often expected to weigh in on societal issues, a responsibility that some embrace and others shy away from. The support and criticism that Garcia has received also reflect broader societal trends. On one hand, there is a growing sentiment that political correctness and woke culture have gone too far, leading to a stifling of free speech and a culture of conformity. On the other hand, there is a strong push for greater representation and inclusion, with many arguing that these efforts are essential for creating a fairer and more equitable society. As the debate over woke culture and Hollywood continues to unfold, it is clear that Garcia's comments have struck a chord with many. Whether one agrees with his critique or not, it is undeniable that he has sparked a necessary conversation about the direction of the entertainment industry and the role of cultural and political movements in shaping it. This conversation is likely to continue for some time, as the industry grapples with finding a balance between promoting diversity and maintaining artistic integrity. Ryan Garcia's outspoken critique of woke culture and its impact on Hollywood has ignited a significant and contentious debate. His comments have drawn both support and criticism, highlighting the deep divisions within the entertainment industry and society at large. As this debate continues to evolve, it will be important to consider the complex interplay between artistic freedom, representation, and social justice, and to strive for a balance that allows for both creativity and inclusivity. Garcia's intervention, whether seen as brave or misguided, has undeniably brought attention to these crucial issues, making it a pivotal moment in the ongoing cultural discourse. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, leave your comments below and tell us, what do you anticipate will be the consequences of Ryan Garcia's actions? We want to hear from you. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.